of this bag. And I saw it on Pinterest, okay?
This channel is where I become the version of myself I used to be afraid to dream about. Through DIYs, self-taught creativity, and little wins, I'm becoming SugarMilk. And maybe you'll become your best self too. Welcome back to Becoming SugarMilk, where we craft confidence one DIY at a time. And as you can tell, we are in the garage because we have a very special DIY project. Basically a mock-up or like a model of the flowers, the giant flowers that I want to make for my wedding. I'm going to split this video up into two parts, the stems and the petals. Today, we're going to be working on the stems. I went to Dollar Tree the other day and I got some goodies. I got two of these little totes. I think they're so freaking cute. And I got these totes because of this bag of sand. And I got the sand because I'm going to use these PVC pipes. I'm going to put the sand in there, heat it up with a heat gun, and it'll make the sand or the pipe malleable and like bendable and moldable. I saw it on Pinterest, okay? This sand is... I took the other tote, flipped it upside down, and laid the sand on top of that. So now you can pour in there and I don't have to hold it up and break my back. I don't know if you can tell, but this is not a tutorial as much as it's like, I want to try this thing. And y'all can be there with me while I figure it out, you know? And now we have a bin of sand. So I have two different sizes of PVC. I have a 1/2 inch and I have a 3/4 inch because I have a suspicion that the 3/4 inch is going to be the better option for the taller flowers. But I just want to test out, like, once the sand is in there and once it's heated up, which one's easier to mold, which one holds up better. Obviously, you can only tell so much because these are short compared to like the ones that are going to be like 7 feet tall. I'm going to cap one end. I'm going to scoop some sand and fill it up. Oh my goodness, I don't know how old y'all are, but yeah, I remember those toys that you like, it was like a tube, you flip it upside down, it sounds like rain. That's what this just reminded me of. The cap, put it on top. And I'm gonna take a handy dandy heat gun and heat it up. I have gloves so I don't burn my hands. In the tutorial, I guess, that I saw on Pinterest, the lady heated up the sand before she put it in the PVC, which I guess was like a quicker way to get the PVC hot. But I don't have a hot plate and I had a heat gun, so I was like, you know what, I'll try it this way. It's definitely bendable now. Now the other thing I need to think about is, because obviously for it to hold the bend, it has to cool down. Oh, it doesn't take too long to cool down and solidify. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going. What I have done so far, and what I'm already learning is I'm probably gonna have to figure out a way to heat up the sand to do this on a large scale, so that the sand is already hot, so that I can just quickly bend the PVC, because otherwise this is a very tedious process. And then also I'm thinking I need to figure out a way to like rapidly cool the PVC other than just like, I don't know, let it naturally cool down. So this is the base, if you can imagine. Like, this is the stem, and then the head of the flower is going to sit here. So I just went and rinsed the inside of it with some water so it's nice and clean, and I'm wiping it off. I'm going to spray paint this one. I have two different theories that I want to test out. I know, I guess logically it would be quicker and like more efficient to spray paint it, but I also have these streamers that I got from the dollar store because I feel like it would give it like a more realistic kind of like textured look. So I'm going to spray paint this one, and then with this one I'm going to wrap it in the streamers and see how that goes. But for now, let's get spray painting. Probably gonna take a couple coats. So while that is drying, I'm gonna go start bending the other PVC. So here we know we do the same thing. You cap off one end, fill it up with sand, and then you cap off the other end, and then take the heat gun, heat it up, and then bend it. And then here is where I started to glue the streamers onto the PVC. And each time I would wrap it around and come back to where the glue line was. That's where I'll add more glue, and then I would obviously keep wrapping it until I got to the end. So this is how it came out. As you can see, there's like a line that you can see where the glue is, and also you can see the writing that's on the PVC. So I'm already pretty sure that the painting method is going to be the way to go, but I'm gonna see it through. That brings us to the end of this first part where we're talking about the stems. I do really like this look though. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's like, I don't know, I like the textured like flat look. So if I do go with paint, I might have to find like a flat paint, but it's not gonna be, even for transport from my home to the venue, I don't think it's gonna hold up. So I'm gonna see it through and we're gonna get onto the petals. So I just realized that I didn't really pay too close attention to how the middle part of the flower is made. Like, I knew you made the petals and you stuck them in, but I didn't really pay too close attention to how the middle is made. But I think if I get creative, some Q-tips and some markers, I might just be able to make it work. You'll see what I mean in a second. All right, so I got these. Now I'm gonna take them and hot glue them together, like so. So now I have a little bunch like this. I'm gonna like turn them out like this. So it gets a nice, like the inside of a flower, you know? Like that. Like the inside of a flower. So here I am drawing the template for the petals, and I just found a random shape that I thought of, and then I cut it out. Now I'm taking the organza fabric and I laid it out. The way that I cut this out, I cut them out individually, which is not the best way to do it, but that's how I did it. I laid the fabric over top of the template and then I cut it out, and you have a petal. So here I'm just using the heat from the candle to kind of burn the ends a little bit just to prevent it from fraying. Just don't burn it. I don't know if y'all can see that at all, but it's like sealed basically because it's burnt, because it's plastic. Finished the big petals, and I also cut out and like sealed the ends on some smaller petals that I'm going to put on the inside of the flower. And then I also cut some wire, and I'm going to take them and I'm going to do one this way, one this way, and one this way. Then I can just like bend it so that when I put them together, it looks like a flower, you know, like a petal. I do think for the actual flowers though, I'm gonna have to use a heavier duty wire. And here is just where I'm gluing each individual petals to that middle bunch that's in the middle of the flower. So I got all the big ones glued on, and what I realized as I was gluing them, because first I was gluing them like this, and it was hard to like get it in place. So it's easier if you hold it upside down and then you can like hold it in place at the top and glue it on and all that. So this is the flower. Let me open it up a little bit. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. I thought the red wire would be like very jarring, which like I can see it because y'all can't really see it on the camera, but like I can see it, but it's not the worst. I do still think I'm gonna try to find a different color wire, maybe one that matches more. But this is really pretty. Now I'm gonna put it inside let me get all these wires together. Inside the PVC. This is really pretty. Wow, I think the flower is a little too big for the stem that I did. What do y'all think? So now I'm gonna try to paper one. And I'm just gonna do the same process for the paper ones that I did for the organza ones. I'm just use the same templates that I made and cut it out of the crepe paper instead. This is the crepe paper that I got. It's the same kind of like fuchsia pink. I got it from Paper Mart, and this is like the heaviest duty one because I'm thinking I really want to test, even though this is just a test, if I'm gonna use the crepe paper, I want to use the actual crepe paper that, like, I want to know how it's gonna actually be. So, and what I've seen people do with the crepe paper flowers is they take it and they, like, at the end, they, like, expand it, because the crepe paper is basically, like, folded, but if you, like, pull it and expand, oh, don't rip it, but you expand it, then it has, like, this, like, kind of pretty ruffle effect. So that's what I'm gonna do with these. So yeah, this is pretty. So it's a petal, you know, it's a flower petal. Okay, hey y'all, welcome back. I honestly don't know where I left off, so forgive me. But I finished both flowers. This is the organza one, this is the paper one, crepe paper one. Let me know which one y'all think looks better. So this is what I've learned. It's easier to glue the wire to the crepe paper flower than it is to the organza, but the organza, I think I like the look of it better, but also you can see the wires easier than you can see it on the crepe paper. Honestly, what I'm leaning towards is, and also I already learned I'm not doing the streamers or the crepe paper around the stem, just because, like, even holding this, it just feels like it's about to rip, and you can see the glue, it just looks a mess in my opinion, and it's my opinion that matters. And I might have to, I already know that I'm gonna have to use some thicker wire, especially on the organza, because maybe it's because it's not as sturdy in and of itself and it's lighter, maybe, that it just, I don't know if y'all can tell, it's just really floppy. But in terms of the stem, I am definitely gonna go with the painting it, because not only was it quicker and easier, but, like, it just makes more sense for like a durability standpoint, you know. And then I also realized that I need to cut out the petals in a different shape, because the bottom of it is, like, because I made it square, it's hard for it to, I don't know, to, like, shape it, and, like, when I glued it on, it was hard to, like, make it into, like, a flower shape. Since I plan on putting lights in some of the flowers, the organza, I think, like, seeing light through it, I don't know, I just feel like it would look more enchanted, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. But I need to figure out how to glue the wires on cleaner, because it was really bothering me, even in this, like, trial, how messy the glue looks. Because I'm thinking from the standpoint of, like, if I'm at this wedding, I walk in, all like, decoration, it just looks beautiful. I want to look at it up close. I don't want somebody to look at, because I'm obviously going to have take pride in the fact that, like, I made all the decorations and stuff, but I don't want somebody to look up close and be like, oh, I can tell, you know. So that's it right now. That's the conclusion that I came to. I'm going to use organza petals. I don't know what I'm going to do with the middle flower, part of the flower yet, but organza petals and painting the stems. Let me know y'all's thoughts on the process, if there's anything that y'all think I should have done differently or something that would have made it easier. What are your thoughts? Are there other types of fabric or, like, materials that you think I should use? Let me know. And I'll see y'all in my next video.